Okay, let's see if we can try to look a little bit better. Bubbles. Maybe this one. All right, maybe that one. Hello, Southern chick. Hi, how are you? Alrighty, so today I'm just doing a quick live. I haven't been on this for like ever, and I just wanted to do a quick live and I don't know, talk to you guys a little bit about nursing, what I've been up to, maybe school. Um, I don't know, and maybe answer any questions you guys may have. So that's what I usually do on my lives. I usually kind of like go over any questions you guys may have. I go over school, how I've been, and anything like that, really. So if you do have a question, if you're here, and if you do have a question related to nursing and maybe any personal questions, you're welcome to ask me if it's like something reasonable that I can answer. Then I do not mind. But I haven't been on this like in like literally forever. So that's why I was like, you know what? Let me do a quick live just to kind of like check in and just, you know, let you guys know that I'm still alive. I am in the LPN program, how to study for AMP. AMP. So when I took AMP, I actually did it twice. I did it when I was doing my prereqs at the community college that I was going to at the time, and I passed it. But for when I did my LPN through Excelsior's, I had to retake it because they wouldn't accept it because it was over 5 years. So I had to retake the AMPs through Excelsior College, which it wasn't as bad. It was really like it was easy. It was pretty easy, and it was good. To study, I would say to I when I study, I like to like write things down. That's my thing. Writing to me, like when I actually write it like with a pencil or a pen and a paper, it's just I don't know, it makes it stick in my brain. Like it makes it actually I can remember things like when I write them down. So I would say if as much as you can write everything that you can down. Like write, and go over things. Me, I don't know. I like to read them and I like to write things down. So I don't know if you like to do the little cards. How do you call those? But you know what I'm talking about, like the little cards. A lot of people like to do those. And I remember I did that during LP in school, and they were really helpful. So like if you can do that, and if that works for you, do that. If it also depends how you learn best. Like if you're a visual learner, if you an auditory learner, kinetic learner, it all depends. So whatever you think you learn, like it's the best way that you can learn. Make sure that you're doing things that are related to that. Like with me, I'm a visual learner, so I make sure that whatever I am learning or whatever I am doing when I'm studying, I am doing a lot of visual things. I used to like seeing things. So like for AMP, it's a lot of like body parts. So I would make sure that I am actually looking at the parts, like, right in a paper, like having pictures and making sure that you're like going over everything over and over again. Like repetition is another thing that will help you keep whatever it is in your brain. So I think that was like my main thing, just writing things down, repeating them, and just going over everything. Also the pretty much the main concepts of every class, like not every the syllabus. syllabus is how you call it. In the syllabus, I sometimes we take that for granted, but trust me, most of the times, like whatever is going to be in the test or whatever is going to be in whatever like tests or quizzes or whatever, it's there. Like the main topics, the main things are there. So I would look at that, and for the most part, like I would, whatever was there, literally it would be on the test. So just kind of like keep an eye on that, and what are the main things that you have to study in order to hopefully learn more when it comes to A&P. But yeah, good luck with A&P. Hopefully, you know, it goes well for you. Uh, Hi, hello, my phrased 12. Hi, thank you guys so much for joining. Like I said, this is just a quick, you know, like, hey, I'm here, I'm still alive. Like, I'm sorry I haven't posted in like forever. I haven't been here in like a while. All right, I hope that was helpful, and I hope you understood what I was trying to say. Southern chick. I can't really see. Okay. Ooh, awesome. My phrase 12, you just got accepted into the RN program. That is amazing. That is really good. Good luck to you, and you got this. You got this. And which one are you doing? Are you doing the one I did, Excelsior, or is it like one in your wherever you live? But whatever it is, that's amazing. And you got this. You'll do great. You're doing the RN through Excelsior College, or is it? I live in Iowa. Okay, so it's like a program there, but that's really amazing. I hope I'm going to see if I'm able to like post more things. Like I have a lot of ideas of videos, but I never really get like a chance to post everything that I want to. But I'm going to try my best to make more videos about like LPN to RN and things like that, because that's what I did. Basically, that's what I did, and like sharing my experience and sharing whatever I'm able to with you guys, it's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. So I will try my best to be more on here on this platform. How to stay calm taking tests. I do have a good video about how to stay calm. I did it for the NCLEX, but literally whatever I said there will like be the same thing when you're taking a test. Um, One thing I'm going to tell you, definitely going with your gut. If you think if you said, okay, this is the right one, and then your brain starts acting up and saying, wait, maybe it's this one, maybe it's this other one. At the end, like I want to say 85% of the time, it's that first one that you thought it was the right answer. It's just your brain starts like messing with you, and it's just, it sucks. So I would say try your best. Literally take deep breath. I don't know if you're a Christian, but if you have any belief, I am a Christian. So like praying, a quick prayer, just a quick little prayer, or even if you're not a Christian, just a quick prayer to your own self, just like, okay, you got this, you can do this. If you are a Christian, God, please help me. I'm going to take this test, clear my mind, clear my head. Please help me in taking this test. And just start. Just calm yourself down by just a quick prayer, nice deep breath in and out, and just literally clear your head. Stop thinking about whatever's going on at home. Stop thinking about everything else. Just literally try to like calm yourself down. I know it's hard as nurses, it's really hard. But try it as much as you can, clear your head, focus in the test, focus on the question, because most of the time these questions are tricky. They just want to trick you into thinking differently. So don't let them do that. Don't let them trick you. Read the question, reread it if you have to. Read the answers. Read all of the answers. That's another one. Sometimes when you read the answers, we get to one that we think is the right one and we don't continue reading the rest. Don't do that. Read all the answers and then start eliminating whatever the ones that are definitely not right. Eliminate them. Usually it's two of them, and then there's always two that are always almost right, or one that's almost right and one is that is the right one. And then just choose. But whatever your gut is telling you that maybe the first one, I want to say 85%, but maybe it's 90 something percent of the time, it is the right one. So just to let you know that. I'm sorry, I missed a couple of things. Let's see. Okay, so test. All right, I just applied in one school and got enough lucky to get accepted. That's awesome. Good for you. You got this. You got this. I'm so excited, guys. my brain just shut down. Yep, I hear you. I hear you. It's hard. It's really hard. It's really hard to really focus. I 100% understand. Where do you buy your books? Phrase 12 ask. Um so when I did my RN program, I got my books from the same school. So I did at Excelsior College. So I did qualify for some financial aid, and um some was student loans. And through the same program, there was like a website that you can go to, but it was through the school. You would go there, choose your books, and then you would pay with the financial aid or the student loans. So I didn't really have to like go out of my way to buy the books, and then I will receive the books. So that's how I got them. I'm not sure, like I didn't want anywhere else. If I did, I remember for LPN school, I did bought a couple of books off of Amazon. So if that may be an option, that's another option. That may be an option for you. But that's for the most part, I got it from the school, for my RN program. Where do you buy the books? Okay. Where do you think is best? Hi, Joy. Thanks for being here. Where do you think is the best, starting at the BSN Flex Path or go straight into the MSN Flex Path? I can decide. So I am not going to make that decision for you, but I went straight to the MSN. So when I did the when I finished my RN, so I was done with it, then I decided I was going to do the BSN because I had a friend, or yeah, someone that I know that did the BSN through Capella. That's how I learned about the school. I didn't know nothing about Capella University until she reached out to me, and she was like, "Oh, I did my BSN." So she literally did it in 5 weeks. So it all depends. If you are thinking of, hey, I want to get my BSN now, I want to do the flex path, and I just want to make sure that I get it as soon as I can, then the BSN is a great option. If you're thinking, hey, I know I'm going to get my master's at one point, I just rather just get it over with and just get it now. I don't know if, like, to me, that's how I felt. I'm like, I'm young. I'd rather just get my master's. I know a lot of nurses that they wait until they're like in their late 40s or even 50s to get their masters. I'm only about to turn 32 and I'm about to have my master's. So like if you want to just have it just because you know you're going to want it and need it, then go right ahead and go straight to your masters. If you're like, hey, I could get a BSN in 5 weeks, and like if you're really like with the person that I know that did it, she literally was doing an assignment every 2 days. So if you have the time and you're able to, then you can literally get your BSN through Capella University, the Flex Path, in 5 weeks, which is crazy and it's amazing. So if that's you, then do the BSN. If you're more like me that is thinking, wait, I'm thinking long term, right? I'm thinking long term here, and I'm like, you know what? I know I'm going to get my master's because I know that's what I wanted. And I'm like, you know what? Even if it's gonna take me a little bit longer, let me just go straight to my master's. And that's what I did. I decided to do that. But you decide what you think may be best for you and what you really need in the area that you want to work in. I know where I live in Connecticut, many hospitals, they don't require masters, but they prefer masters a lot of times. So if you wanted to like work at a hospital in, I don't know where you're located, but if it's something that like most places are requiring or really, really want masters, then go ahead and do that one. If you're like, oh, I'll be good with my BSN and I don't think I'm gonna get my masters. Like I don't really need my masters. All I want to do is get my BSN, then go ahead, just get your BSN. It all depends how, where you stand in regards of that. I hope that was helpful. Let's see what else we got here. All right. Math. Southern Chick says, math is another thing I struggle with. Any advice to study or any app for math? Not really. To tell you the truth, I like I was like math. It always sucks, but I kind of like math a little bit, so it's not an area that I super struggle with. But is it for the RN program? Because for the most part, I don't remember doing a lot of math problems. I remember for LPN school, I did a lot. But for my RN, I can't remember. Maybe I did a couple, but not as many. Um, but if you are that, I don't really have an answer for you. I'm trying to think if I used to use an app, and I feel like I did, but I can't remember. I'm sorry. I don't have an answer for you. Wilbur, hi. Thanks for being here. How long does it take to get the MSN after the RN? That's my phrase 12 is asking. So if you, the way that I'm doing it through Capella University. So I'm going straight from my RN to my MSN, and so far I've been, I mean, it all depends. I'm doing the flex path, so it can actually be really fast, but it could also be, it can take longer. With me right now, I've been procrastinating like nonstop, like really bad. And it's gonna take me a little bit longer because I've been, for the most part, I like to do one assessment per week. And I haven't been doing that. Like lately, I've been doing one assessment per 2 to 3, sometimes 4 weeks. So that's really bad. Um, so it's taking me longer. But I started my master's in, we're in 2022. I think I started in December of 20. Oh my gosh, I forgot. I don't know if it was 2020 or 20. Oh yeah, it had to be 2020 because yeah. So I've been doing this for a year now, and oh my gosh, almost a year and a half. Oh my goodness. I haven't even like, I didn't realize it's been this long. Yeah. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think I started in December of 2020, and I'm still going for it. I'm almost done. I have more courses to go in my practicum. So I am pretty much there. I am taking this course that I'm taking now. So then after this one, I'm only missing 3 and then the practicum. So just 4 more to go. Um, for the most part, there are 4 assignments per course, but some of them are 3, and it all depends. Some of them requires like 5 pages. Others require 10 pages. Other require for you to do PowerPoint. So it all depends what you have to do, and that's going to tell you how long it's going to take. But so far, I've been in the program for a year and a half. I didn't even, yeah, about a year and a half. Crazy. But yeah, but I should be done, I think, sometime this year. And I'll keep you guys posted. I try my best to keep you guys posted. If you haven't watched the videos about my progress, I have a whole little um thing here, like, that I talk about, like, my progress in the MSN program. So go ahead and watch it. Let's see what else. Southern Chick LPN. Okay, so for the LPN program, yeah, I remember having to do a lot of math. And you know what? It wasn't the greatest. And it's crazy because I am good in math. I am really okay when it comes to math, but for some reason in nursing school, completely sucked. It was bad. Like, it was really bad. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, I love math. Like, what's going on? So don't feel bad if you feel like you're struggling a lot in math when it comes to like nursing. I don't know. I think it's a thing. Like it really sucks. I don't know if they make it a way that so we can like completely go insane and not understand anything about it, but it's just it really sucks. So um I'm gonna see if I can find something out, and maybe I'll make a video about like math in nursing, because it is true. It is a thing that sucks, especially during like nursing school. I don't know. I don't understand why. Are you taking them online? Yes. Yes, I'm doing the program is online. So I am doing all my courses are online. It's a flex path, which is like basically fast, or you go at your own pace kind of thing. So yeah. I'm excited and scared at the same time. Yep, I hear you. My phrase 12. Yes, I hear you. That's exactly that's the feeling. That's the feeling. And it's okay. It's okay to feel excited and scared at the same time, cuz that's exactly how you're supposed to feel when you're starting this journey. So, yeah. I think that's how I felt, and many other nurses or student nurses felt. So, yeah. So you're on the right track. This is exactly what you want to do, because that's how you're feeling. You're feeling scared and you're feeling excited at the same time, which is totally normal. Because that's exactly how I felt. But you'll be fine, trust me. I know it's gonna be a lot. It's going to require a lot of dedication. It's going to require a lot of planning. It's going to require a lot of prioritization. Like, make sure that you prioritize adequately, please, because that's going to be very important. But you got this. Other than that, like, you got this. You have to focus and you'll be good. Advice about how to study. Yes. So, um, let's see what else. I think for the most part, like, I did mine online, so for the most part, it's just, yeah, that, like, making sure that you plan. I love planners, so I had a planner, and I will make sure that I would write everything down, like the times that I was going to study, the times that I was going to work on my assignments, the times that I was going to do like anything that was in regards of school. Make sure you write it down. Make sure you have everything that you need, because if you don't, like, you're gonna feel like a little bit lost, and then you're going, like, if you start procrastinating like I'm doing right now, it's just going to throw everything like off balance, like your whole everything. But if you keep a planner, try your best to kind of like keep up with it, and make sure that, okay, if this is my study time, this is my study time. Like, be you have to be very like strong with yourself. You have to be your own boss and be your own, teacher, be your own whatever, mom. Like, you really have to, because if not, if you're like, oh, this is my study time, but it's okay, I'm going to skip it for now and I'll study later. Guess what? Later is going to come and you're not going to study. I'm sorry. That's what it is. That's how we are. We're humans. So that's one advice that I can give you. Try your best to, if you're going to study, if that's the time for you to study, make sure you keep up with it. Be very strong with yourself, and like, tell yourself, okay, this is my study time. I don't want to study right now, but I need to study because I want to do this. And make sure that you have your goal. If your goal is to become a nurse, right? That's your goal. That's why you're doing this. That's why you're going to school, because you want to make sure that you reach that goal of becoming a nurse. That's your goal. Have it very clear in your mind. If you have to write it somewhere, like, where in a place that you can see it, like in the bathroom mirror, like if you want to place it, I don't know, next to your bed, in a place that you can just go and see it, and every time you wake up you're able to see it, trust me, you're going to like, okay, this is my goal, this is what I want, like something that's going to keep you like motivated, that's going to keep you in check, because you're going to need that. Motivation is one of the things that are like super important, that a lot of times we just lack, or it's just like we start motivated, because when you start nursing school you're like, yes, I got this, I'm going, like, you're in strong. Little by little, motivation starts going completely down, and it sucks, but that's how it is. We're human. So I would definitely recommend keeping yourself in check, be motivated, have a planner, have like your little routine and follow it. Stick to it. Stick to your routine. If studying at whatever time, that's what it is. Doing your assignments, this is the time for me to do my assignments. Make sure that's what you're doing. This is the time for me to study. Make sure that's what you're doing. If you, I don't know if you like to, I don't know, go out, party, or whatever the case may be, make sure that you're prioritizing well. Like, make sure that, okay, there's a party this day. I have an exam the next day. Should I go party or should I study for my exam? You know, like, make sure that you're weighing, you know, what are the consequences of doing certain things. So definitely having that motivation and having that self, I don't know, like making sure that you're keeping yourself in check and being your own mom. It's very important, especially when you're in nursing school. So I hope that was helpful. Let me see what else is here. um Thank you for your feedback. Have you found a preceptor? Yes, I have. I'm actually going for my um I my practicum. I'm going to do it at the place that I work at now. So I pretty much started the whole process, which is really exciting because I feel like, oh, I'm almost getting there. So I have my preceptor. I'm doing it at the place that I work right now, so that's a good thing. So it's easier for me to just like get it done. And I already submitted some of the paperwork that I needed to submit, and I submitted the paperwork that it's in regards of like the preceptor that I chose and the place that I'm going to do it. Everything was approved. I needed to have insurance as well, the professional insurance. So I signed up for a professional insurance, like a nurse insurance, and I already had that all set up. I'm still missing a couple of things in the process before everything gets accepted. I also have to choose my project. I'm still not sure on what I want to do, but I'm really excited. I think I have an idea, but I'm not totally sure. But I will share that with you guys, whatever the project may be, and I will definitely like keep you guys posted in regards of my whole process. So I'm really excited about that. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Thank you. Thanks for asking. That was a good question. I read somewhere that that's a congratulations you're in your process. Thank you so much, Joy. My phrase 12 says, I read somewhere the books are not important enough, and that, for example, you have to use Quizlet to study. Is this true? I want to say that is a little bit true. Books are important. They are important, but to tell you the truth, for the most part, I didn't use the books a lot. Like right now for my master's, I don't really have books for my master's. But when I was doing my RN, I did have books. And for my RN, I want to say I did study off the books a little bit. But for the most part, they would, like the professors, they would have these PowerPoints with notes. And for the most part, that was what I needed to study. Literally, pretty much that was on the PowerPoint was in the test or exam. Just a hint. Quizlet is really good too. Yes, I used to use Quizlets a lot. Just to like read questions and things like that. And some of the questions will be very similar to the ones on the quiz or the test. So yes, that is a helpful site or like app to use. Um, but in I'm not sure if it's for the LPN. For the LPN, I feel like I use my books a lot. So when I did my LPN, I definitely needed my books. So for LPN, definitely you do need your books. And if it's for your RN, you do need to have your books. But for the most part, a lot of the things I was able to like use Quizlets or use other like resources. And literally for my RN, most of the PowerPoints, I would read the notes, read everything in there. And a lot that was on the test was from that. So I didn't really like got a lot from the books. Most of it I got it off that. So it depends how your professors are and how they teach, you know. And if they're like the ones I had, for the most part, everything was in that PowerPoint. So I would literally print out the PowerPoint, print out the notes, read everything in the PowerPoint and the notes, and literally I was ready for the test. So just a tip. I'm not sure if that's going to be your case, but hey, who knows? Um, Ellie Rome, hi, hi, thanks for being here. I watch YouTube videos on every single topic. Yeah, that's another way of doing it. There's a lot of good YouTube videos out there that literally have a lot of information and a lot of information in the topic. And definitely if you're a visual learner, watching YouTube videos are like that's very helpful. I think that's gonna be like one of your main things to go to if you need to. Thanks for letting us know that. That's a good one for whomever wanted like the tips in regards of studying. Definitely YouTube videos are like really good. Joy, I will go for the MSN this July. Yay! That's exciting. I will definitely be using your videos for guidance. Thank you for creating them. Oh, thank you. Thank you for watching. Cause that's the whole reason that I'm doing this and going over my process, my progress, and my process in regards of like doing my master's so I can hopefully give you guys some guidance and give you guys some like knowledge in regards of like what you want to do. And like I said, like I'm not trying to push anyone to do into any direction. I just want to share my experience and what I'm doing so you guys can kind of like get an idea on what you want to do. So thank you. I'm late to this chat. Ellie Rome says I'm late to this chat. What school did you attend for RN? So for my RN, I did Excelsior College. So I was an LPN. I did for my RN I did it through Excelsior College, which is online and it's only for like people that are LPNs and I think paramedics. So you have to have some like background in healthcare in order to get into this program, and then you're able to do it online. So that's what I did for my RN. Now I'm getting my master's through Capella University. So that's how I did it. Hey, yes, they're animated. Yeah, I saw your videos on that. Cool. Yeah. So definitely, yeah, like watching videos. Like there are so many different things that you can do, and I think like definitely knowing like what is the best way that you learn. I think that may be like one of the most important things to do first, because like I said, if you're a visual learner, making sure that you're everything that you're doing to learn are like visual things. That's very important because that's how you're going to grasp all that information better. If you're an auditory learner, I don't know, listening to audios when you're driving, when you're on your way to work or from work, like doing things like that may be better for you because they're going to stick better. So just always making sure that you understand how you learn best. It's very important. There are a lot of like I don't know if there's like websites and things like that that you can figure out like what is the best way that you learn. Like there are like a whole bunch of like tests that you take, so there are a whole bunch of questions, you answer them, and then it would tell you what is the best way that you learn. And it's important that you know that, because if you know that, then it will be easier for you to know how you want to study. So you did all your courses for RN online? Yes, so for my RN everything was online. I did have to do a I did have to do my clinical, which it was a CPNE. It was called back then. I think now it changed. Someone told me that it's different now, but it was a 3 day clinical. So I needed to go somewhere. So I studied for that for months, and then I prepared myself for the clinical. Then I actually had to go to New York to do mines. And then I went to New York and I had to go into a hospital and do my clinical. So for the clinical, it was actually taking care of 3 patients and passing. If you didn't pass the 3 patients, you had up to 5 patients to take care of and do. You had to create your own like plan And like it was like a whole process that you needed to like go through. They would tell you like your patient, what were their diagnosis, and then you had to come up with your own like assessments and all these things. And then if you passed, and you had like how do you call that, like a professor, or not a professor, I forget the name, but like a teacher was there with you. And then she would like watch you through the whole thing, which kind of sucked. But for the patients, it wasn't as bad. You did also have to do two, was it two? Yeah. One was like a med pass kind of thing, but it was like a not a real one. It was just like in a lab. And then I had to do given medications, and it was in a lab as well. And then another one was no, that was the one, that was the med pass. So giving the medications like from the beginning to end, and it was in a lab. And then the other thing I had to do for the clinical phase of it was to it was a medication. What was the other thing? Oh, it was a like a procedure. So you needed to either do a line, a pick line, like clean how to clean a pick line, um a wound care, do wound care, pick line wound care, or a Foley catheter. So depending on the patient, they gave me like a paper with like the patient information. Depending on whatever is said there, I had to choose what was the most appropriate. Then after you chose it, if you did the right, chose the right one, then you went on. If you didn't, then you failed. But it was interesting, but it was tough. It was hard. But yeah, that was it. So everything was online. The courses were online, but then the clinical part of it, which is really tough. A lot of people said that they didn't do the Excelsior College because of that clinical, because it was really, really tough, which it was. It was really tough. But if you studied like well, like it took me like maybe like 2 months to really, really study everything. They give you everything that you need. They have like a huge like booklet that you had to study. Everything that you needed was there. Now it changed, so it's different. I'm not sure exactly how they're doing the clinicals now, but that was my case. So it was the clinicals, and then after you were done with the courses, the clinicals, you pass the clinical, you pass the whole program, and then you go for your test. So that's what I did, and it was pretty okay. Um, what else? That's awesome. Yeah, so Excelsior is only good if you have a college that accepts all the credits. How did it change? So I don't know. Because I was able to in Excelsior College, I had my prereqs from my community health center, from community health center. No, I work at a community health center. I got my prereqs from a community college that I did all my prereqs, and they literally accepted all of them except the AMP 1 and 2 because it was over the 5 years. So, and I think most colleges accept their credits for Excel. Oh, they do, because for my now I'm doing my master's in Capella University. They accepted everything that I did in Excelsior College. So I'm not sure how true that is. They accepted all those credits. They accepted the credits from the community college. So I think a lot of people say a lot of things about Excelsior College, and I literally, this is not, I'm not an affiliate with them or anything. I'm just telling you guys my story. I liked Excelsior College. Like I was almost about to not do it because a lot of people were telling me like, oh, it's this and that and this and that. I was like, you know what, whatever. Let me just find out for myself, and I did, and I had a good experience. Like I have literally have nothing bad or negative to say about them. Also, did it how did it change? So I'm not totally sure because like I don't know, but I do have a couple of people that are doing the program through Excelsior College that I know, and they said I don't know if it was only during COVID when it was worse, but the way they changed it, it was like you were actually doing classes now. So, and it was virtual. So, like the wound care and all of that stuff were virtual patients, which I don't know. But then you did have to go to a hospital to do a real patient, but it was only for one day. So I'm not totally sure of like how it works now in Excelsior College, or if they're still calling it a CPME NE, or if they're calling it differently. But I know they said that it was actually going to be like actual courses, like it had like a class name instead of CPNE, and then you had to take two classes, and for the most part it was virtual patients, and you had to create like the whole care plans and all of that stuff. And then if you passed that, then you will go to a hospital, but it was only for 1 day instead of the 3 days, because it used to be 3 days. It was only for 1 day. But I'm not sure, like I said, I don't know if they did that in the meantime because of COVID and all the craziness with COVID, and now I don't know if they're going to change back to their how it used to be. So I'm not totally sure. Hopefully that was helpful, but that's all I know. um Do you have to be enrolled in a college while taking the Excelsior courses? It sounds confusing, but that's what they told me. Hmm. Enrolled in a college to do what? Like, what do you mean? No, that's fine. Don't be sorry for asking me questions. This is why I do these live. So I actually enjoy seeing questions. So that's good. Thank you for asking questions. But I'm not totally sure about this one. So I was not enrolled in any college at the time that I signed up for Excelsior College, if that's the question. And I didn't have to be enrolled in any college prior to being. You just needed I just needed to have, I don't know if they require me to have my prereqs, but I had all my prereqs, so it was easier for me to just like give them my prereqs and just go straight into whatever I needed like to take. I don't know if that may be what they're saying. Maybe they want you to at least have some prereqs, maybe. But I'm not totally like, don't quote me on this because I'm not totally sure about that. I did when I did mines, I did have my prereqs, all of them, and all I had to repeat were the AMPs, the AMPs. That was it. But I think that one of the persons that I know that is doing the program, she didn't have any prereqs, and she's doing the program now. So not necessarily. You don't have to be in any college. I don't think you do. I'm not sure who's telling you that. Okay. Joy is saying, "How are the instructors? Instructors. That was the word I was looking for. On grading a cappella. Have you faced any issues?" Um, they're pretty good actually. I've been doing really good. I don't know if I write really good or if they are good at grading my papers. But pretty much like all my papers, I think the lowest grade I've gotten so far is an 87, and I was like, I'm okay with that. Like, I don't even care. I'm not going to do this again. But you get 3 attempts. For the most part, I'm only doing one, which is really good. I do one, I get a 92, a 90, I get a 97, I get a 90, whatever, and I'm okay with that. If I get like a grade, I've gotten I've done a couple of assignments that I got in a zero, and it's because maybe I didn't. There was one I got a zero, and I was like, "What the heck is going on? I did everything," and it was because I didn't follow the instructions, and it was a PowerPoint, but they wanted me to do the PowerPoint with like me actually talking. You know how you can add like a little video to it. So they wanted me to submit it twice. They wanted me to submit the PowerPoint, just the ones without the video, and then again with the video. And I only submitted the video one. So that's why in my first attempt they gave me a zero. And I'm like, what the heck is going? I was about to cry because I'm like, I did everything. It took me forever. Like, why did I get a zero? Then I read, and then that was the case. And then I got 100, I think. But it's certain things like that. But for the most part, the grading has been pretty good. All the instructors, they've been grading pretty decent. As long as you read um in the I actually have to submit my paper today. But when you have the papers, it tells you the assignment one, and then it tells you, I forget what it's called, but it gives you everything that needs to be in your paper. That's going to be your guide. Like if you're doing Capella University, That's going to be your guide. I'll make a video about this, like showing you so you guys can see it. Like it gives you literally like all those points is going to be in bullet points. And all those bullet points, excuse me, they need to be in your paper. So what I do, to give you a quick tip, if you are going to do Capella University, what I do is I grab all those points, I copy and paste it into my paper first. Then I divide them, like, I give them space. Those are going to be your main topics. That's what I do. And it works all the time because guess what? They see that that's your topic and you're writing about it. They see, wait, she knows what she's doing because she's doing exactly everything. All the points are here. So for the most part, that's what I do. I literally, from the assignment, I grab those bullet points. That's everything that needs to be. Then I bring it into my paper. Then I make sure that I'm writing whatever I'm writing. It's in regards of that bullet point, and it works like magic. Like literally, like I've been doing pretty good for the most part. I get 100, 97, 96, 90, and for the most part, like if there's something missing, it's most of the times is my APA that I still don't have that completely down path. Like I'm still working on that. So for the most part, that's where I get like something. Like I made a mistake with my APA. So writing skills. But that's what I do and it really works. So hopefully that was helpful. Let's see. Where did I stop? Okay. Okay. Thanks for helping. So basically, you're enrolled in Excelsior, took your courses online, and then the 3-day clinical day done. Yep, that's it. That was it. Literally, that was it. I took all my courses. After I was done with my courses. Oh, and another thing, if you're doing Excelsior, you can also test out of a course. They're still doing that. And what that means, oh my gosh, I said I was going to be here for 30 minutes and it's already been 47 minutes. But this is good. You guys are asking me questions. I like this. So what you can test out. Let me just throw this out here real quick. So the way that you can do that is that if there's a course that you have to take, right? I don't know, nursing one of whatever, let's say. So that's the one. Let's say you're like, you know what? I'm going to see if I can test out of this one. So the way you do that, it's not like you're just not doing it or whatever. You're still doing the course, but it's still going to be in your Excelsior page, but it's not like the regular course online will have you doing a you have to like there's like steps, like it's more structured, and you have to do this on this day, you have to do that in this day, like it's structured. With this one it will be there, but it's not as structured. You basically go at your own pace, but they will tell you what you need to study. So this is what you need to study, these are the books that you need, like that. It's going to be like that. And then you will study. You still have to take, I think it's 6 weeks if I'm not mistaken. At the end or before the 6 weeks are done, it's going to tell you you're ready to test out, and it's going to give you a link or whatever. You have to pay for your exam. I don't remember how much I pay for mine. I want to say $60. I think it's like $60 for the test. Then it tells you, okay, you have to sign up for the test. Then you go to a testing site in your area. They're going to list all the testing sites in your area. You choose a testing site. You go to and it tells you the day. You choose a day, whatever. You choose the day. You should choose the time and the testing site. And then you will show up to your testing site. You will take the test. If you pass, and then it gives you a grade right then and there. It'll give you your grade. For the most part, when I did that, I got C's. So I got a C. I was okay with that because that C is a passing grade. So you got a C, you passed. So for the most part, I think I did that like for three or two, maybe two or three of the courses I test out, and I got C's, and I was like, you know what? I'm okay with that. It's a passing grade. All I need to do is pass this, and that's it. So I was able to pass, and but yeah, that's how I did that. So if that's something that may interest you too, to like expedite things, hey, that's another option that you get in Excelsior College. Just to throw that out there. What else? 3-day clinical. Okay. Okay, awesome. Was your longest assignment so far 10 pages? Yes, my longest assignment has been 10 pages. If you're doing a PowerPoint, you have to do, some of them require 20 slides. But that's different than actually assignments, because the assignments you have to write a lot. 20 PowerPoint, it's not that bad. Like 20 pages, because all you put is a couple of things in the PowerPoint. So it's not too bad. I have to go, but thank you so much for, oh, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Appreciate it, Ellie. Okay, information, please this video so I can watch from the beginning. Thanks so much. Yep, I will do that. Yeah, first her. So appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your help. I am excited to begin my MSN journey. I am so excited for you, Joy, too. You got this. You're going to do great. I can tell you're going to be great. Like, you're really interested in like learning more, and you're like motivated. So I think you're going to do great. And I'm here if you need anything. Some people like to hit me up in my Instagram, NurseLaly. You're welcome to do that. You can send me a message. For the most part, I'm really good at like answering you guys. So if you have any questions in regards of like the program and things like that, feel free. Please feel free to just, send me a message, and I'll try my best to get back to you. So have a good day. Thank you. I think I'm all set because I've been here for a while now. I thought I was going to just be here for 30 minutes because sometimes I don't really get a lot of questions. And today I did, so I'm really excited. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much for your support and your appreciation. I really, really appreciate it. And I have news for you later on. I'm going to try to, I'm not even gonna say that I'm gonna try to make more videos, because every time I say that, I start and then something happens, and then I don't know. But I'm going to, knocking on wood, no wood, knock on wood. I'm going to try my best to start making more videos. I do have some news for you that I have to tell you guys, and I'm excited to tell you guys about it. It's going to be good. So please keep you know stay here, stay here with me. I haven't posted a lot of videos lately, but I'm still here, I'm still alive, I'm still a nurse, and I do have some news for you later on. So that's all I'm gonna say for now, and thank you so much for being here and watching, and all your support. I really appreciate it. Love you guys so much, and thank you for all the great questions. So have a good night, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.